Oh,
Hey, Green Eyes. Let some more people come in if they show up. I have a question for everyone, but I'm not going to ask it until, well, I'll ask it eventually. Hey, Sid. Hey, up. Kenny literally just turned on my iPad. Nice.
Abby,
Sweet.
stop it. I'm gonna whip your ass.
The dog wants out because Voodoo Queen has food,
That's frustrating.
and the dog is not hungry.
No, she's not. She's spoiled.
What's up, Austin? Hey, brother. What the fuck did the train come from? I don't know. The train? I mean, I don't get it.
Move. Move.
Mama's getting mad. Sid said hello to you. So, anyways, yeah, lots of stuff going on the tubes and in real life. I haven't paid too much attention to the news today. Doing good, just chilling. Well, that's good, Austin. Good deal. Same here. Same here. Just waiting to go to work tomorrow. I was gonna give it a shot this morning, but we worked uh, that half-ass live stream I tried to do a couple of weeks ago when we went to that job site and I couldn't fucking work out my camera. We had to go back out there yesterday, and it's not that we fucked anything up. I mean, we built what the engineers designed. We told them, hey, this shit probably isn't going to work. They didn't care. This happens all the time in construction. And then they went to go do what they wanted to do, uh, which was use a front end loader to dump a bunch of heavy ass rocks behind some mesh that we had um, created I don't know, a structure for. And the mesh started to bulge out just like we told them. And they were like, oh, we're not happy with this. And we didn't want to pay for, you to come up with the solution. So then they ended up paying for us to come up with a solution that's probably not going to work because things before all of that shit was constructed could have been done to make it work. So, yeah, anyways, I am sore. I was fucking hurting and hot as fuck yesterday, and I got up this morning and decided, you know what? I'm not going in today because I'm in pain. So, anywho's, still haven't worked out how to figure out the camera issue, and so you guys can see sometimes when I do what I do um, outside of the shop. I can't show you guys inside the shop because I don't want to dox myself. That's all right. Anywho, hope everybody's having a Having a good day so far. Okay, so my question is, well, let me say this before I ask my question. I like Ryan Upchurch, you know, as a whole, I guess. I don't listen to rap music, and I certainly don't listen to rap country. So I don't really care about that, part of his persona or whatever. But I do like what he says, and I like his tenacity for his Creek Squad and all that kind of shit. However, this whole Kylie Rodney thing has got me feeling really uneasy about what he's claiming is going on behind the scenes online. Right? I mean, I've never been to Lake Tahoe, and I'm not saying that Ryan Upchurch hasn't, but he did say that he's never been to Truckee, California.
You might want to ask the chat, do they know the backstory?
Well, do you guys know the backstory? I mean, Kylie Rodney is a 16-year-old who went missing 3 weeks ago from a massive party in Truckee, California.
300?
Well, I think it's more like 1 to 200. I don't think it was as big as 300, but I could be wrong. Let's say 150 other teenagers and young adults. Well, anyways, this past Sunday, it was this past Sunday, right? Yeah. Her car with her body was found in what's called Lake Prosser, in Northern California, near Lake Tahoe. So there are some YouTubers who are saying that, it looks perfectly like an accident, which I think it does. There are others who are saying there's foul play involved. I think anybody with any kind of patience and tenacity for this kind of thing would say, well, let's wait and see what the authorities have to say.
Right. They're going to give them there.
But a lot of us, come from Watts Island, and so we can't accept that. And we have to speculate on our own. I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys think it was do you guys think it was an accident, or do you think a bunch of teenagers can all simultaneously stay quiet, murder a girl, stay quiet, and keep the authorities off their ass while we all speculate? That's my question. Personally, I don't think that's possible, because when I was a teenager, I necessarily didn't subscribe to see something, say something. I think I grew up more in the school of.
No, Sid, she was in the car by herself.
Yeah, she was. No, there was no one. Yeah, there was no one else in the car. As far as we know.
Well, there were no additional bodies found.
Unless the authorities are just complete liars. Right?
But right now, it looks like a very sad accident. This child was only 16.
Yeah.
And she was graduating high school. Going on to college.
And I wish I could show you guys the topography and the map and everything. From where the party took place and where she drove, she was probably a little drunk, maybe a little, I don't know, high or stoned or possibly drugged, and she just drove off into the fucking water.
Yeah, we just don't know till they get.
Well, manner of death, which won't come with toxicology. Well, as far as I know, it won't come with toxicology.
But they usually do both things. They release them simultaneously.
Well, they can't. The autopsy, they already know. Like, they can already rule out whether or not she was strangled or stabbed or shot or, you know what I mean? Something like that. And they didn't. So I would think that they would also have at that time have been able to um, rule out whether or not she drowned, but they chose not to. Why?
Yeah, they're not saying that she's a bad drug user. It sounds like she was just a typical teenager, with the exception that she's graduated like 2 years earlier than most.
Well, and that's not even that. I mean, to me, that's irrelevant. It's not even proven. People are saying that, but so what if she went to a charter school? But that's my question to everybody. You know, is do you think it was an accident or do you think it was something more nefarious? I I personally would find it more more believable that a large group of teenagers saw that happen, could do nothing about it, and would stay quiet than I believe that, well, basically what Ryan Upchurch is saying.
Yeah, Sid, that's what people are waiting to hear, but they haven't released it.
Yeah, it's going to take, they said it's going to take at least a month or more for that to come back. I mean, she was under the water for 2.5 weeks, I think. So that's gonna take a while.
There are pretty outlandish things that are being said.
Yeah, a lot of outlandish things being said. Some things that probably shouldn't be being said at all. Well, in my opinion, definitely not on social media. I mean, if you really thought that you had the kind of evidence that you have,
right?
Why the hell would you be making YouTube videos?
Yes.
Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you go? You know, to, and I'm not saying he didn't, but go to the FBI or go to the whatever county police department, give them this evidence. It just, why would you be making YouTube videos about
right.
it? And,
well, explain it to Cassius. He popped in and he says,
if you say bedtime clown on chat, I was say I like Upchurch, but I don't have a clue what's going on. I like him too. I don't listen to his music. I watch his videos, everything that doesn't have to do with his music, because I just don't care for it. But I do like him. Yeah, well, what's a way to say this? He's accusing at least two different YouTubers of being connected with each other, being at the party of this formerly missing girl, Kylie Rodney, and also being part of a child trafficking ring.
That's pretty serious.
That's fucking I don't know, man.
Hey, Simples.
Hey, Simples. Can't see a group of teenagers keeping quiet. Exactly, Sid. Unless there was something to hide. Right. But even then, dude, the thing is I was telling Voodoo Queen this either this morning or yesterday morning. I said, I have a hard time believing that there are girls out of, 200 or 300, 100, right?
Or
even 100. I have a hard time believing that there are girls that were at that party that wouldn't come clean. That would, their conscience.
Somebody named Yoda Dubs that say hello.
Oh, Yoda Doug's cool.
Okay.
Yo, Yoda Doug. What's up, Doug? Yeah, I mean, I have a hard time believing that. So it's either
somebody's going to say something.
Nobody's saying anything, or somebody has said something.
But if it's just a simple case of she made a mistake when she was driving home and went into the water, there's nothing to say.
I mean, unless, they feel guilty for getting her fucked up.
But somebody's going to talk, especially kids that age, and they are so prevalent on social media. Somebody's going to have pictures. They can't keep their mouths shut.
Well,
And
here's the
they
other
have
thing.
to post everything they do to the world.
Yeah, and here's the other thing too. People are talking about the pings, right?
Right, on their phones.
On the phones. It's not the phones. The pings occur on the cell towers. The kids, any more than Nicole Kessinger in the Watt case, has no control over the pings.
Right,
They don't need her phone necessarily, or that phone. They just know what phone pinged where and who that phone is registered to.
Yeah.
So, that's another thing with this case. And that very well could be what's delaying any type of press conference. Of course, it's only been 4 days, right?
Gotcha.
I mean, we barely like, they gave a press conference confirming the identity of Kylie Rodney, right? That's it. No manner of death, no cause of death. That's still to be determined.
And Cassius, his accusations are a web of conspiracy theories. I not only have a problem with his lack of solid evidence, I have a problem because he has a 3 million subscriber count. And in my opinion, you get to that level of people watching you, you have a responsibility. I feel like we all have a responsibility if you are saying anything publicly. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, he put up one of his cars. I thought Monday he said, or maybe it was Tuesday, that he was still going to donate it to the group that found it.
Yeah, he was gonna he donated it to, or said he was here. You know what I mean? That he was gonna give it to Adventures with Purpose.
Right. Symbols. The little girl's name was Kylie Rodney. Did I get it right?
Yeah, it's spelled kind of weird though. I mean, I'm gonna put it in chat. Hang on.
Okay.
I know that's not right. Damn it. I think this is it. That's not right. Shit. Well, this is close enough. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Kylie. I know the last name is right.
Guys are going to take care of something for the country.
Yeah, I think that's a Holly Rodney. Yeah, Holly Rodney. That's her name. Anyway, so let's see. I know he put up one of his cars to ask someone to come forward, but what's he's saying is fucked up. Yeah, it is fucked up. And listen, if he's onto something, he's onto something. I mean, I'm not trying to take away, but I would rather look insane to local law enforcement, writing out the I sell or sell me a kid or whatever shit on a paper plate in private than doing it on my YouTube channel with 3 million subscribers. That's all I'm saying. I'd rather make videos saying we're onto something, we're gonna get to the bottom of this, blah blah blah, and then in private doing all that shit. I can't see it doing it on your YouTube channel and other social media. I mean, the whole license plate thing. First off, those aren't plates; those are paper tags. It's well known. I mean, I'm sure I can go live and show you. I can't do it right now because I'm on StreamYard and I'm on my phone. But I could do it if I go live with YouTube. I can show you articles that have been posted recently in the Dallas Morning News and the Fort Worth Star Telegram about how paper tags are used by criminals to peddle stolen cars. So that would explain that. I mean, what are they? I mean, are they in a child trafficking ring, or are they part of a? Did they buy a stolen car? I mean, again, I don't know that I'd be going to YouTube with this kind of shit and saying that the things that he's saying. Let's see. I don't watch him, to be honest. I'm not sure what he's been doing. Well, it's been kind of crazy, Very Nice. I mean, Cassius, exactly. It is messed up. It goes back to just, you can't. I don't know. There was a time in this country when the internet was young and there was something called publicdata.com. And, you could basically take everything that publicdata.com said for truth, but in a way you couldn't. Like my ex-wife looked up an old boss of mine and on publicdata.com, and it basically said that he was a sex offender. Well,
Hey, Barbara.
it turned out that guy, due to my own fighting of my own custody case, right? I went down to the local courthouse. I pulled up the papers I needed for my own court case. And just because I was there, I'd already taken the time off work and I was curious, I pulled his records as well. Well, it turned out that that guy was not necessarily a sex offender. He was accused of it by his ex-wife and her, at the time, 16-year-old daughter in the middle of their divorce case. So, again, these people going around and looking up these records, unless they're actually going to the courthouse, the in the county or the city in the state in which these supposed records are, you're probably not getting an accurate depiction of what you're accusing people of.
Yes.
So.
And we never know all the circumstances. Hey, Brianna.
Hey, Brianna.
Hey,
who else came in?
And Barbara.
Hey, Barbara.
But Yoda posted something interesting.
What did he say? I live in pretty much a suburb of Portland, Oregon, and check out the page. I guess that's What the Fuck Portland.
Yeah.
The illegal drivers are insane, right? Another thing they do is bend the license plate upwards so you can't see it. Yeah, exactly, man. There's a ton of shit these fucking people do. Again, and it's not that Ryan doesn't know some of this shit. It's just that I just, like I said, I don't have a problem with Ryan. Some of the shit he's saying about these people, it's like, dude.
But I do think what he's saying is irresponsible.
Yeah, I think it is irresponsible. Hey, Burren. But no, I was just curious what the chat thought about this whole thing. If you think that there's something more, something nefarious going on, or whether you think it's actually just a simple case of whether or not she just fucking got fucked up, made a mistake, and drove into the fucking water. I mean, the window being busted out, that's not a big deal to me. That could have happened when they were trying to right the vehicle because the vehicle was upside down.
Yeah.
They're using those airbags. If it rotated, counterclockwise, if you're at the back of the vehicle looking at it, right?
Yeah.
That would be right because that would mean that No, I'm sorry, clockwise. Clockwise. If it rotated clockwise, that would explain the mirror and the window being busted. Um, my theory is that the car was going down. It started filling with water. Obviously, it's going to go down and start filling with water before it turns upside down.
Yeah.
She would have been flooded in the front, sitting in the driver's seat. To me, the pictures when they pull the car, when they're the video when they're pulling the car out, that car is in park.
Yeah.
Even if it's still in drive and this didn't happen. But my thought is that car started filling with water. She fucking realized it. She started panicking.
Mm-hmm.
If she was wearing her seatbelt, she undid her seatbelt. She tried to get to the back of the car. And when she did, she shoved the gear shift with her feet, going between the seats into the back.
Yeah.
That's why she was in the back of the vehicle.
Yeah. Her body was in the back. And when we were talking about it, I first thought, well, it moved there because of the water. But Clown's theory is the simplest, and tragically and heartbreakingly, it makes the most sense.
Yeah.
That the child was moving towards the back of the car.
Yeah.
To try to get air.
Yeah.
And that breaks my heart.
And the other thing is too is that's a 2013 CRV, right? So the doors would have automatically locked when she put it in drive to drive away from the party.
Yeah.
She couldn't get out. She went to the back thinking that she could get out, but she could not get out.
Yeah, you're right, Yoda. Yeah, that's what he was saying too.
What did he say?
That the back would be the higher and have the most air, basically.
Yes. Yep.
Because of the weight of the engine.
Exactly.
I used to have one of those little tools in my car that's supposed to break the glass, but I have a plethora of hammers, and I'm thinking I'm going to put one of the hammers in my damn car in the console to where if I hit the brakes, it's not going to go flying.
No. Well, yeah, babe, but yeah, here's the issue with that.
What?
You don't drive drunk. You don't drink. So, I mean,
just like I said, things happen. People run you off the road, and there are tons of lakes here.
Yeah, well, there's not that many. There's not as many as around Lake Tahoe. I can tell you that.
I tell you what, I'm going to be keeping that damn sunroof open more and more.
Green Eyes said, our cars don't automatically lock when put in gear.
But out in gear.
They really? No, I'm
Yeah,
assuming
that's surprising.
I'm assuming it's she means put.
The car would go down there first.
Ours do. I mean, ever since well, I didn't get a new vehicle until
Hey, Lisa.
2016, and my last new vehicle before that was a 2001, and it was manual everything. So of course I didn't have automatic door locks, but every vehicle I've been in since at least 2012 or maybe 2011 of other people's, whenever they put the car in drive, the doors automatically lock if they had automatic door locks.
Yeah, the ones that my last couple of ones, they automatically lock. But Wiccan, I could see even me stone cold sober. It would take me a couple of seconds to get my thoughts together because my grandfather drowned when I was a little girl, and I am petrified of the water. I can swim, but when it comes to being cautious and aware of what you're doing in a boat, of what you're doing anywhere near water, I have great respect for it. I'm very, very cautious. I think that even I would start to panic a little bit.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've seen me on the water.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a natural thing, right? I mean, I don't know.
It's natural
sitting still, I'm comfortable. It's once we start moving, I'll freak the fuck out.
She hates it if there's waves.
Oh God, I hate it.
I'm not scared of waves, but I'm not taking my boat in waves that my boat can't handle either. So but yeah.
Mm.
So dangerous with not having kids and a disabled child locks on the rear
I
door.
didn't hear that said.
That's what I thought. Wait a minute. Oh, hang on. The
Yeah,
chat
see,
channel.
all of the American ones, Green Eyes, we don't, unless I just, and this is quite possible, unless I don't know the settings on my car, but we don't have the option to disable them.
Now I do. Are you talking about the child locks or the way that if you put the
I don't have kids, so I've never paid attention to child locks.
well, the child locks on my truck, right, is a manual setting on the door. But if you go into the because mine's a 2016 and hers is a 2018, 2019. But she doesn't go into her computer thingy, the display thingy. But if you go into that, you can change how the vehicle, at least on mine, reacts to like when you open the door locks and all of that. But I don't. You can't disable the child locks, I don't think. But you can tell it to like not like mine.
They used to have a manual lever on the inside of the door.
Yeah.
That's the way they used to be made, to where you could disable them that way.
Well, what I'm saying is I can't, like, when I turn the ignition on and I start the truck and put it in drive, certain things happen.
Yeah.
Like I can tell it to the windows to go down, or I can tell them to only the driver's side and the passenger side to go down. I can tell them like how far, that kind of stuff. I guess I could tell it, I don't know, I'd have to go look. I think I can tell it like whether or not to enable or disable the child locks if the back door was open.
Cassius and Yoda,
Hang on, I got to get down to
I think in Green Eyes are all saying the same thing I'm saying. But Yoda, mine does so much. I don't even know half the features on my damn car. It's like my phone.
Yeah, she doesn't. I know more about her car than she does.
Which is sad because I'm not. I am tech savvy. I am very aware of automobiles, and my dad was a mechanic, but mine is.
No car now. Dave's not here. See, there used to be a notch you could put.
Well, Simples, but where you are, I mean, even where I lived over there, I didn't need a car. I had a driver to bring me to work because it was a little bit further, but I didn't need a car over the UK. And parking was such a nightmare when I was with my friends. Green Eyes. Is your phone texting for you? Mine does that.
Keypad there on the side of the rear passenger door.
Me too, Yoda.
What did Yoda say?
He figures things out by mistake.
While trying to do something else. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, man. That's exactly how it seems to work.
I keep saying I'm going to get the navigation card for my car because I would rather it be on the display than on my phone. I still think it's bullshit that it didn't come automatically with that fancy car.
Well, see, that's the thing. My truck was designed for Android Auto. Your car, I think, was designed for iPhone.
No, I could use it, but you had so many problems with Android Auto that I said, there's no way I'm putting that shit on my phone.
And then finally, they fucking fixed it, and I have no problems with it. It works every time. It works every fucking time. And I can sit here and say that, you know, I didn't pay for Android Auto all day long, but I did. We all know I
Oh,
did.
yeah.
I mean, I financed my truck, so I paid for it.
I don't think that girl was as good of friends with Kylie as she said. I think she just wanted attention. There's so many things she said. You just kind of like, what?
Well, and supposedly she didn't really know Kylie's parents either. Like, how do you, first off, she was 2 years older than Kylie.
Yeah.
So that's a red flag, you know.
Not if they were in the same classes.
I mean, I guess maybe, but what's Sammy doing in a charter school 2 years ahead of schedule with Kylie? That doesn't make sense to me.
No, she wasn't 2 years ahead of school. They graduate at 18. This was a graduation.
But wouldn't that mean that Kylie was
2 years ahead? That's what they were saying earlier in the live you were listening to. She took AP classes and she advanced.
Okay.
If I wouldn't have been such a hellion, I would have graduated.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's see. Simple said she does walk most places.
Most of the bigger cities over there, they are designed to be walked. Like where we live, it is not laid out to be walked. Not to mention, you would fucking fall dead from the heat. But they have the moderate temperatures to where you could do it. I mean, when I did my grocery shopping, when I went to go see a friend, everything that I did outside of work, unless we went to a car boot sale and my friend Karen would drive, but everything else, I walked because they're pedestrian cities.
It's so different from over here because you can't you can't make it here without a car.
In the South, you can't, but up north, you can.
I mean, I could see it in New York.
Yeah. Well,
right.
There's other big cities
or
like that.
San Francisco or California or Chicago.
Chicago
Yeah.
all the time. Yeah.
I could see it, but let's see, where was I at?
It is a very sad situation.
Can say one thing, airbags are great. I've had them deployed. They were deflating slowly as my face hit it.
I don't want to find out.
Back in 2008, I think it was, I got rear-ended in my 2005 Chevy truck. And when I got rear-ended, I got pushed into a car in front of me. And so then I rear-ended them. And this lady hit me. She was going like 40 or 50 miles an hour.
Yeah.
My fucking airbags didn't go off.
Oh, really?
Hers did. But mine didn't. The person I hit, they didn't. And he was in a relatively newer vehicle. Let's see, where was I at? Her friend was caught in a lie. She said, I was dry, meaning getting a ride. Yeah, Byron, I think I think the deal was that she said that she wasn't going to ride home with Kylie because Kylie was too drunk. Then claimed,
which doesn't make sense that you would let your friend drive.
Right. Then claimed that she got a ride home with a boy that wasn't her boyfriend.
Well, and
I think that's how that went.
That live you were listening to earlier, one of the ladies said, well, why did she leave the party early? And my first thought was, well, she wanted to get laid.
Well, I don't think that was Sammy they were talking about. I think that was somebody else. Megs, maybe? I'm not sure. Cassius, I would probably blow my face off on that short and have to have the seat pulled forward. Well, supposedly they account for that, Green Eyes.
Yeah, my car, we call it, my friends and I call it the ladies SUV because it's perfectly for a small person.
It's an incredibly sad situation for the family. Yeah, it is. Let's see this comment. Oh, here we go. Oh, hey, Lisa. Is that her? 2 kids. And then, what did Lisa say?
I think her friend almost slipped up and said she was driving. Ah,
Oh. Well, how the hell did she get out? And
Cassius and Lisa are talking about Susan Smith here in the United States. She murdered her children.
oh yeah, that's she's the one from North Carolina, right? The
I thought it was Kentucky, but yeah.
She put her kids in the car and
Okay, Lisa, the one we're talking about, Susan Smith, those kids were not saved. She murdered her children, so it's a different one than you're talking about. Yeah, Cassius, yeah, y'all are talking about different ones, but you and I are talking about the same.
I can't go look it up.
Well, I can, but Lisa's talking about one that's different.
Yeah, Susan Smith's kids, I don't think were saved.
No, they died.
Yeah, they were dead. Oh, so Cassius and Lisa are talking about.
I gotta go.
Okay.
Hey, Leslie. Hello.
Well, it's just us now. Voodoo Queen had to go. She had a phone call. So has anybody researched this case at all in the chat about Kylie Rodney? Because me personally, I think it was an accident. I think it was in Jersey. Okay, I'll check it out, Lisa. See what the deal is. Voodoo Queen's back.
Well, my phone's in the other room, though. I'm gonna go put this in the other side.
All right. Oh, I didn't bring it in.
Huh?
I didn't bring it in. Today's trash day, so it's out at the end of the driveway.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go put it out there.
Okay. Yeah, Vern, I think accident is probably the most hopeful outcome. I think it's the most logical outcome. Well, they've already done the autopsy, but they didn't tell us anything. They just basically said yes. They just identified her. That's all they did. Yeah, Barbara. That's who we're talking about. Yeah. Been listening to True Crime Rocket. I think that's who you're talking about. Symbols. True Crime Rocket Science. I think it was an accident too. Yeah, I think so. Symbols. I just don't. I don't want to go. I'm not trying to go against Ryan Upchurch, but I think the conspiracy theory is a bit much. And I'm not saying that kind of stuff doesn't happen on YouTube. It obviously does. Yoda Doug can testify to some of these child predators and things like that, but I just don't think it runs that deep. This is just it's too simple. And if you get down to it, like some of the people that he's calling out, like that Zanime girl or whatever, um, she was there to basically build her channel. I mean, it's already known that she's a liar. She's Ukrainian. She can't hold a place in the United States military. She can't join. It doesn't matter. If she wasn't born here, she can't join the military. She can't run for president, any of that. So plus she lied about when she was at that lake. They've already proven that, so I mean, okay, liars are liars. I mean, all right, doesn't mean they're child predators.
I'm gonna get my tablet.
She could have mistaken the turn for the road and went into the water if she was drunk. Yeah, very. If you look at the map of that lake and you can actually pinpoint the point where they found her car, most definitely. Waiting for the talk screen, yeah, for sure. But that's not going to tell us manner or cause of death. Why they've already done the autopsy. Why they haven't come out and announced that, I don't know. But hopefully we'll find out. I did. I saw it. You did what, Baron? Did you look at the maps and see the? I think the point where they found her, if I remember right, is it's at the southeast end of the lake. Yeah, the map. Okay, yeah. It's at the southeast end. Let's see. Yoda Doug says, I've caught and outed actual sex offenders that were being sneaky in these communities trying to fit in. News Now Permian Basin is the name of the channel who I discovered his name by his own stupidity. Yeah, there's a few of them. There's a few of them in the community that I come from that can tell you their names too. I try not to associate with those fucking people. And I was telling Voodoo Queen, hang on a second, I gotta mute.
You're welcome.
Sorry, guys, we have a contractor in the house right now. He's talking, so I don't want to be in the same room. It's more like, well, just do your job that we're paying you to do. And I want to get something to drink. All right. So what are you guys saying? I've caught and outed actual. Oh yeah. It'd be very easy to follow that road and end up in the water. Well, yeah, Burn. And the thing is too is I was on a panel earlier today, and there was a guy on the panel that was saying the party was taking place opposite, like that it was on the same shore as where Zanime put her, or where Kylie's car was found, and supposedly Zanime put her kayak in the water. I believe that Zanime did put her kayak in the water, based on the map data, in the same place that Kylie's car was found, and she actually went to the northwest, I guess it would be, to the campground. There's only 3 campgrounds there. So I don't really understand what this guy John was saying. I mean, teenagers could be partying anywhere in the woods. When I was a teenager, we partied everywhere. So It didn't matter that there was a place to go necessarily, right? So he could be right. But if he is right, then that debunks the picture of the supposed headlights on the water. And if I'm right, that also depicts or debunks the picture of the headlights on the water with the teenagers standing around. So let's see. They're usually jobless bums begging for money. So when they give their PayPals to be greedy, you're able to find out their name before you send over money to non-business accounts. Yeah, right. Exactly. Exactly. Unless you use Cash App, then let's see. Same here. If cops had already looked there, why were there no tire tracks leading to the water? Well, that's the thing, Green Eyes. The tire tracks. Okay, apparently that lake, that in particular lake, that lake does have a dam, by the way. So I don't know what it's like in California. I just know Texas. In Texas, a lot of the dams, if not all of the dams, were built by the Army Corps of Engineers. But that lake, uh, Prosser Lake, the lake level fluctuates a lot. So much so that if I in the United States pull it up on Google Maps, right, and I look at the actual satellite footage of it, the lake looks damn near like it's dried up. But if you pull up the whatever the first map is on Google that shows you the kind of I don't know, cartoonish looking pictures that's not actual satellite footage, you can see the difference in where the lake is actually full, like to its maximum capacity. And then you can use the satellite data to see where it's damn near empty. That lake right now is not damn near empty. It's probably halfway to being empty. So the thing is that with the tire tracks and the way the bank is of the lake, there's a lot of room to drive ATVs, Jeeps, whatever, down around wherever the water line's at. So what law enforcement was probably dealing with was, well, the lake is high right now, so every tire track that's driving around on any beach is basically leading into the water, is what I'm saying. So I don't know if that answers. Well, Green Eyes was saying if cops had already looked, why were there no tire tracks leading to the water? And I'm saying they're all around that lake, wherever there's campgrounds or party areas or whatever. If the lake is up, the water level, then there's tire tracks leading into the water everywhere. So that's probably what they're. Hey, Candy Kisses. Glad you're here. Hope you're doing okay. Let's see. How did you find Rebel? Did we find each other through Betty Washam? That's entirely possible, Yoda. I don't know. I have no idea, honestly. I didn't find Rebel until well, I had heard about. I'd been hearing about Rebel for probably well over a year, and then I didn't know anything about Tonic. I didn't know anything about. Well, I somehow I ran across Andrew about a year ago, but I didn't go to his lives. Usually he's live when I'm working or asleep. And And of course, people don't give out channel names. You know what I mean? And then
They just say creator names.
one day, somehow, I can't remember who it was. It was either, this was about 6 or 7 months ago. It was either Gen X or Queen Bee popped up on my feed. And I cannot remember what they were talking about. It might have been Dylan Round, so whatever, it could have been some summer weather. I think that's what it was. It seems like, if I remember right, Gen X led to, well, I also subscribed to Save Robbie. And I think Save Robbie was going to be on Ask Your Bartenders panel. And I knew that Ask Your Bartender was in Queen Bee. And I can't remember which name. Still roboting. Hang on a second. Let me see. How do I kick myself and come back in? Okay, is it better now? Hello, am I still roboting? It's still going out. God damn it.
He says it's sounding better.
Oh, it is sounding better?
Yeah. But Candy said no. I don't know if she's responding to me or to you.
Shit. What do I do?
Okay, Burren gave you a thumbs up. And Simple says you're Metal Mickey. What the hell? Everybody's got a different experience.
I don't know if I'm still roboting in and out. Well, Yoda Doug said it's good on his end now.
Okay.
So I'm gonna assume it's still good.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so anyways, yeah, like I said, 6, 7 months ago, I think it was through Summer Wells, I got Queen Bee and Jackson, and I started going into their chats, and then somehow that ended up in Silver Diamond and Tonic and Andrew. Well, I was already in Andrew. I was already sub to Andrew, but I didn't know who any of these people were. So, anyways, long story short, yeah, I had actually gone into Betty Washington's. Betty was having some issue or something with a sweatshirt or something she had bought from, I can't remember, Tiffany Marie or some shit. And she just would go crazy.
They're saying gone again. I don't know.
God damn it.
You have got to get a new phone. We have talked about this. What are you looking for, babe?
I was looking for the earbuds.
Oh. He's not talking right now, guys. But if y'all would please pester him to get a new phone.
Here, you
What?
go in the channel and go up on panel.
Wow.
And see if they oh, I gotta post the link. Hang on.
You want me to do it on my phone?
Link copied. I don't know how that's gonna work. Okay, let's see if that works.
You don't think one of your, follower idiots is not gonna try?
Well, they can try, but I'm not going to put them on. There we go. You'll have to turn your volume down.
Okay. Did that fix it?
Okay, can you guys hear her?
Oh, I mean, I can't see anything now. I'll have to go in on my tablet. This is fucking ridiculous.
You can't see the chat?
Well, not on my phone.
Oh, well, because you didn't go
in
under
under the Windows thing.
I beg your pardon.
You can see chat.
I just hit chat.
Comments.
Oh.
You just can't chat.
Oh.
You can't type in the chat.
See, Voodoo sounds good because Voodoo has a good phone. Clown is cheap as fuck and won't go get a new phone, even though Voodoo Queen has given him 2 phones and 2 tablets.
You guys hear her being mean to me?
Y'all tell him to suck it the fuck up.
she's being mean.
I think it's, well, I still hear echoing, babe.
That's both our phones.
I can't turn it completely off.
I can't either.
It's ridiculous. Somebody gives you a new phone. Why wouldn't you use it if your phone sounds like shit? I don't understand.
You know what I think it is? I think it's because we're not on computers and it's not plugged into the fucking router.
So why don't you use the laptop?
Because the laptop's not plugged into the router.
Oh, you want a main plug
Yeah.
instead of Wi-Fi.
Well, it's not that I want that. I think that's what causes the
I'm gonna
robot.
call bullshit on that.
Maybe.
No, I'm definitely gonna call bullshit. Yeah, you go on mute and then we'll just use my phone. I did think about that a second ago, Yoda, and then I got distracted by 6 other things because I'm kind of ADD and I didn't take my medicine today.
Does that work? Does it work now? Is it sounding good now?
Yeah, I don't hear any more echoing now. The echoes are gone. So do y'all give him a slap? That's your friend. That's your friend. That's your friend. It just doesn't make any sense, you know? Just I don't know why men are so hard-headed. Oh, JC is live.
Is she?
Yeah.
What is she talking about?
Okay, he says it sounds good now. Did she put in a title, Green Eyes?
I mean, other than AD.
I don't want to hear about AD. I just don't. I know a lot of people are invested in a lot of what's going on, but I just can't listen to it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm the kind of person that I have as little negativity in my life as possible. And once you tell me something, I don't know, one time, I probably don't want to talk about it again unless it's causing issues. But after I've talked about it once, I'm done.
Well, it gets old, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I do also believe that if you have haters, the more you talk about them, the more power you give them.
Yeah.
Greenhouse, I don't mean this ugly. I'm just not sure that there's something new to say. And I respect that she has been wronged and she's frustrated, and probably feels like there isn't a whole lot she can do other than talk about the truth. I mean, I get that, but I can't listen to it anymore.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of communities that basically have the same issue on YouTube, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's very, very hard if you have been in any way, let's say, accused of wrongdoing, even in your personal life, even in the people you interact with day to day. The only thing you can do to counteract that is for them to see you telling the truth consistently, which takes time, because you either believe somebody or you don't. Oh, I wonder, Green Eyes, if that's backfiring, because I was very trepidatious when she was on the other day. I also didn't understand, because that video that was shown was like 2 years old. Please, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Why are we just now talking about it? It looked sketchy the day it came out.
Wait, what video?
The one of Dehan that we saw the other day. Yeah, you can only do so much, especially with people that you do not interact with day to day. To clear your name, people are going to have to see you consistently being you. And some people you will never convince. And I don't need those people in my life. I can understand why you're jaded. You know, there were many of our friends that had very good intentions, and came from a good place. And I won't say much more on that. I'm glad you guys aren't having to deal with it. I didn't watch it all. I got fed up of listening about it. I have no interest. Yeah, I never have. Yeah, no, never really have. Um, yeah, I have a lot of unpopular opinions on all that. Have you guys ever heard us talking about Bedtime Clown and I talking about the father son shooting that happened in our state, that their trial is coming up? I don't remember. We looked it up last time, like 2 lives ago.
Oh, hang on, let me see if I can look it up.
Yeah. This is the one where there were neighbors fighting in the alley of their homes, and it was over something really, really just petty and silly. One neighbor put a mattress in a dumpster and,
Hang on, I think we lost the line.
oh, did we? Can you guys still hear us? Oh, did you try to go look it up?
Yeah.
Well, here, baby, just use the tablet.
Hang on.
Lord, you're so sad.
Okay, I'm still here.
Hold up.
Sorry about that, guys.
Shit.
Hang on
Hang on.
just a second. Yes, the dumpster people. Yes. it was like John and Richard, don't recall their surname, but their trial is coming up. That's one of the things that Clown and I do together on YouTube. There are some law channels that we like to listen to. They cover, these are attorneys that cover cases, and they're extremely interesting. There was a short time when I was in college that I considered going to law school. I do find the legal system incredibly fascinating. You're just manipulating words, is what it comes down to. So it will be interesting to see how these guys play out. We think that the father that shot first will get, he will not be convicted, but his son that shot second quite possibly will be convicted. So I'm sure we'll talk about that if you guys watch that one, if it's something that interests you and you want to talk about it as a community. Clown is looking it up for us right now because I don't remember their surnames. And one thing that I think that's awesome about our community is the fact, so let's say what we have, the people sitting here within chat right now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, minimum of 4 different countries with different law. I think, so Wiccan and Simples, if you guys can correct me, UK law covers both Ireland and England. Ireland doesn't have its own variations of UK law. Is that correct? Wiccan's daughter's doing criminal psychology. Interesting.
Oh, no, come on.
But I would be interested to hear how different.
Are you serious? Okay, hang on.
Okay.
More trial delays expected for Texas father-son accused of killing neighbor over mattress. God damn it.
Did y'all catch that?
And this was on August 3rd of this year.
Well, they've delayed the trial again. This is about the 3rd delay of this trial.
No, this is like the 17th delay. Another delay is
He might be
expected this
exaggerating.
month in the murder trial of an Abilene father and son accused of killing their neighbor over a dispute about a mattress in 2018. A court official said this week. The murder trial for Johnny Miller, 71, and his son Michael Miller, 35, was scheduled for August 22nd in the 350th District Court in Abilene. But another murder trial is scheduled in the Abilene courtroom, which is expected to cause another delay in the Miller's trial. A new date has not been scheduled, of course not, but the Millers are expected to go on trial in early 2023.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
God damn it. That is so frustrating.
Yeah, very frustrating.
I'm looking to see if there's anything.
Well, we think we know of one more trial that it's not the same setup with the crime, but it is another personal defense trial. Those interest me. I'm always curious of how different areas, different countries, because here in the United States, they can be different in different states, but basically how they govern the laws around protecting yourself, you know, and if you want to shoot somebody, not want to, but if you have to. So if you have to defend yourself, so it's these personal defense laws. Okay, so Wiccan, you guys do have different laws from the different countries.
That is so frustrating. The least they could have done was tell us what murder trial they're putting this other murder trial.
Okay, Green Eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, similar but different. But I wasn't sure if the same laws governed. That was my curiosity. I think I've told you guys this before, but growing up in Louisiana, my parents were friends with the local sheriff, and they were newly married, young, very, very young. And, told my mom on times when my dad was away on a fishing trip or what, something like that. If she had to shoot an intruder, always, he told her, and he's told her this multiple times. And he actually ended up having a much higher legal position where we lived. But this was back in the day. And he told her, if you have to shoot an intruder, you better sure as hell drag them inside your house, because the law was different whether they were standing in your carport versus standing in your kitchen.
Well, in that case, I would advise not shooting them until they're standing in your kitchen.
Oh no, motherfucker, I'm gonna kill you. I don't care.
Because if there's drag marks, if you're dragging the body,
Oh, well, these days, back in the 1970s, it was quite different.
maybe, but still, that's not
Yeah.
good advice.
Now, Simples, is that a case or is that a politician? It sounds like that's a case.
I may have heard of Sarah Boone, but it sounds familiar, but I can't recall.
Is that the little girl? Irish Brian law is very interesting. Oh, okay. Is that the little girl that was brutally murdered and set on fire?
Oh, God.
That was horrible.
No way.
Yeah, it was bad.
I'll look it up.
Oh God, yeah. Gotcha, Wiccan. I'm right there with you. Symbols, you'll have to tell us a little bit about that
I
one.
can't find Google.
I have Chrome.
Can't see it.
Well, look, I have a folder up here. It says Google.
Oh.
Yeah. We lost all the men folk. They just ran out of here. What the hell's up with that? Y'all don't want to talk about murder? Oh. Simples, I don't know anything about that.
Oh, she's the one that put her boyfriend inside of a suitcase.
That's what Simples is saying. I don't know anything about that. Is she crazy?
Obviously.
Did y'all catch that? Clown said, obviously.
So where is she now?
How could you fit a male body in a suitcase? It would have to be one of those huge suckers.
Well, I remember, I think I remember this. Some of this was on YouTube a while back. He wasn't a very big dude.
Well, baby, you don't have anything to worry about because I couldn't fit you in a suitcase.
If you buy one big enough, you could.
No, I don't think I could fit you in a suitcase without chopping you up.
Yeah, didn't she say, she said some shit last year or something that he wanted to be locked up in that suitcase or something.
Oh, okay.
And people were like, how the hell can you fit
Yeah.
a grown man in a suitcase? I can't remember the exact details of it.
Well, they said it's interesting. And Sybil says she's mad as a hatter. Oh, he was.
Yeah. But she said he wanted to be locked up in that suitcase. Like that was.
Were they weird? Like,
yeah, it was like she was,
like a kinky
I
thing?
thought like last year she was claiming it was like a sexual deal. Like
Oh, come on now.
Sexual kind of thing.
I don't know. That doesn't even make sense. It filmed it. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
If I'm doing something nefarious, I am not filming it.
Hear that, guys?
Everybody knows if I was going to kill somebody, I'm bringing you to the bayou.
Look for me in Louisiana.
No, there'd be nothing left to find except gator shit.
I mean, they found Brian Laundrie.
Well, because the gators didn't have long enough to eat him.
Well, they ate most of him.
How are you going to play hide and seek? Oh, Lord have mercy. What is wrong with people? I don't either.
I don't know. So, anyways, I don't know. We'll see what happens with this, with Kylie Rodney and
And all the
Ryan
accusations.
Church and all his accusations. I think he's crazy as shit.
Just so they can hear you.
They can hear me. I think he's crazy as shit saying the shit that he's saying. And he's got a lot that can be taken away. Not that the people he's accusing have any money, except for that Ichtmel guy. Apparently, he actually is the owner of a company named Ichtmail that has 25 employees and brings in $5 million a year. So that's not nothing, and I'm sure Ryan is well aware of that, I would hope. But 7 days in a pond with lots of algae gets rid of all DNA evidence. She was drunk, filmed it, talking back to him and laughing when he was pleading, deleted videos, went to bed and left him. Oh, Lord have mercy. She had a YouTube channel?
Oh, Lord. I'm not surprised.
What the fuck?
I'm not surprised at all.
I didn't know that. It's fucking. Ugh. The fuck is wrong with these fucking people?
I don't know.
Well, there's one that keeps popping up in my feed where it's a mother, and I haven't watched it yet because I just can't. The title I can't do it. Supposedly kills her daughter, and then makes a TikTok dance video or something.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I just can't.
If you don't like somebody, just walk away.
Well, if it's your own kid, what do? Murder him? Fucking hell. Anyway. She filmed him. Oh, no, she videoed it, I guess, on her phone. The police interview is fab. I'll have to check it out, Simples.
I'll have to look at that. I have to go get cigarettes in a little bit.
Yeah, I do remember that, Byron, that he was begging her to let him out. I remember that.
Did he suffocate?
Hey, Mary. I don't know, guys. Did he suffocate? Or did she murder him? She nearly shat when they retrieved the video and showed her. Yeah, I bet. She probably deleted it and thought, oh, it's gone forever.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, most of AD subs 4 years later are like, we need that phone data. Do you think they don't have it? Hello? Yes, most of the Boulder Police Department has nudes of NK, or has seen them. Sorry, guys. Well, what I meant, Burn, was did she? Okay, so she. Okay, he suffocated. Okay, okay, gotcha. Yeah, she knew what she was doing. Of course she did.
I didn't check my email to see if the wallpaper lady emailed me.
Okay, babe. Yeah, of course she knew what she was doing. Oh yeah, the few drinks. That's right. Because she claimed they were getting drunk and playing around or whatever the night before. Yeah. What's that one lady in Arizona that put her chopped up or did something to her stepson and put him in a suitcase and
Oh, that was recent, wasn't it?
what is her name?
I don't remember.
Trisha Stouch or Letitia Stouch or something,
Letitia Stouch, maybe.
something like that.
Gannon Stouch.
No, not Gannon.
No.
Oh no, Gannon was the son's name. Yeah,
Mhm.
stepson. Mm. Fucking pieces of shit.
Yeah, they are.
Mm. But anyway, me personally, I don't think there's anything more than an accident to the Kylie Rodney thing. I get it. I guess that the chances are high because people are deleting their videos and they're hiding and they're not saying anything to law enforcement. I mean, what really is there to say? I get it that the chances are higher with 100 people, 200 people there that somebody saw something, but it's also, possible, more than possible, that she literally did drive away by herself and drive into that fucking lake. A lot of people are saying, if she was so screwed up, how could she have texted her mom? How could she have not hit another car? How could she have not hit a tree? Well, I mean, the bottom line is nobody really knows how many people were there, regardless of what law enforcement says, because they're vague on every single answer they give. I mean, they're not going to come out and go, well, there were exactly 323 people there. Well, that still doesn't explain how many vehicles were there.
No.
I mean, when I was a teenager and went to parties, I was not only at times the driver of multiple other teenagers to those said parties, but I was also a rider as well. So that's less vehicles, right? I mean, you got to figure, at least in my days in the early 90s, we would pack at least 4 to 5 people in a vehicle, even if it was my vehicle. I don't think I can recall ever a time as a teenager I went to a party alone. Can't think of one single time. It seemed like everybody needed a ride, and I doubt those times, or I doubt that has changed in this day and age. So there's that. Then there's the whole fact that, well, she probably was drinking. There's the fact that Sammy said that everything Kylie drank, she drank out of the same cup. There's also the fact that we don't know what the rest of Kylie's night, or not Kylie, but Sammy's night or the morning was like, right? I mean, I doubt she really remembers anything. from the night before up until the point or after the point she started drinking. I would doubt very seriously any of them do. All 100 of them, 200 of them. I don't know. It just seems to me like it's too big of a conspiracy to be a conspiracy. She left that, and I also don't believe that the party took place on the south side of the campground. I think the party took place exactly in the campground, and that's why nobody heard her car go into the water. Because even though 2,000 feet isn't that far, but it's just like Voodoo Queen said, well, what if there was loud music? Which more than likely there probably was. And as far as the teenagers looking off into the distance, all looking the same direction at a supposed car in the water with the headlights, go to a channel. Here, let me put it in the chat. I think it's called MX Beloved.
Whoops. Okay, sorry.
Or, no, I think it's Amy's Beloved. There you go. Search for that channel and go look at a video she's got that she recorded. Well, she didn't record it herself. It's not her. That's not her video. That's the Zanime Chicks kayak video. Go to Google Maps and look up Lake Prosser. Okay. Go to the southwest side of that lake and look for a point that has 3 roads. Okay. There's one coming from the campground that you'll see on the map where they say the campground and a boat ramp and another campground is. The 3 roads are to the southwest of that campground. And there is a shit ton of water in between the point where they found Kylie's car, which is the same point that that kayak was launched from. And she kayaked across that creek, which isn't a creek. When it's dried up, it's a fucking creek. But when there's a lot of water, it's a fucking body of water. Okay? She kayaks to the north and slightly to the east to that fucking campground. That's where the party took place. There's another guy on YouTube saying, no, it took place directly to the west of that point. No, it didn't. Because there's no fucking campgrounds there. You can look at the pictures online. You can even see some of the benches. You can see the fire pits that didn't have fires in them. That kind of shit. That party took place at where that Zanime person says the campground was. Yes, she did launch from where the car was. I don't know about her saying there she is 13 minutes across the water. That's not 55 feet. But whatever. But yeah, you can go look for yourself. You can pinpoint it exactly where she's at and exactly where the car was found and exactly where the party was. Oh, shit. Robots again. See, it has nothing to do with the phone. Or it has everything to do with the phone. But a new phone ain't going to fix it. Anyways, check that channel out. Amy's Beloved. And you can check that video out. Because it's still up. Well, it's not up on Zanime's channel, but it's still there. So... Okay. All right. Thank you, Simples. So, anyways. No, I'm not getting a new phone. but yeah, I just I'm not sure about this whole Ryan Upchurch thing. I don't know. I don't know. I'm really hoping that the coroner comes out tomorrow or maybe Friday and says a little bit more about her death. Although I don't know why they would. If the FBI is still investigating, then that kind of tells you that maybe I'm wrong and there was something more nefarious at play, but I don't know. I think Voodoo Queen is playing around with a wireless doorbell. I'm not sure. I just heard some weird ding too. I don't know what the fuck that means. That may be on her phone. I don't know. Did Jen did Nuff Nuff just go live? I can't tell. I think she did. She may have. I don't know. Anyways, all right, guys. I'm gonna end this and go eat something. I think Nuff Nuff may have just gone live. I'm not sure. Check it out and see if she did. And thank you guys for being here. And hope you're all doing well. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Love y'all.